Hi everyone, Teddy Baldessar here, and I am joined by someone you're familiar with, probably, if you're on YouTube, Marc from LongIslandWatch.com.
Hey
Marc,
man, how you doing?
thanks for making the trip. So we've been shooting some videos today, but before Marc leaves, I couldn't let him leave without putting him to the test to do a shopping episode.
A little temptation.
Are you down to do this?
I'm down.
You ready for the challenge?
I'm ready to roll, baby.
Okay, so here are the rules. This
Go.
is the rules of the house.
Go.
5 watches each.
Okay.
No budget.
Got it.
Pick out what you like,
Okay.
what you're drawn to, and then at the end, we then will reveal it to all of you, and you get to pick out who has the best collection. We'll see.
Sorry.
Now this is what we do. To start, we have to be official here. Let me get the quarter out. I have a quarter. I know it's there. Here it is.
It's like
Call it as you would.
Oh. Okay, go ahead. I'll go with heads.
No, you flip it too.
Oh, you want
You're
me
the
to
guest.
flip it? Oh, boy.
Flip it as well.
I'm going
So call
heads.
it in the air.
Heads.
You're going first.
All right.
You can hit the start first. So
Oh my goodness.
go for it.
There's your quarterback.
Thank you very much. I need it.
Why don't we start with Grand Seiko?
Okay.
So let's see.
So you're a lot of Seiko. And what do you have on the wrist too, by the way?
Oh yeah. So well, I'm actually oddly enough, I'm wearing a Seiko LX. This is a Prospex spring drive, titanium.
One of the very few that uses the 5R caliber
Yeah.
spring drive movement.
And then on my other wrist, I'm wearing one of my own brand, an Islander Northport.
Cool.
And this is a ripple dial. It's a Miyota 9015 in my affordable world. So let's
Nice.
see. Well, I do love my spring drive. So.
And you're a mechanical engineer background, right?
I am a mechanical engineer. I am.
I think I've seen your spring drive video as well.
I think I've seen yours too.
Okay, there we go. So we're both fascinated with spring drive.
Yeah. So I think I dig the guy in the middle there.
Okay, you're going Snowflake SPGA
Yeah.
211.
Yeah.
All right.
I
you're-
like
you're
the
very pure.
original Snowflake. I really enjoyed. So.
John, if you could help us out, we have John, our boutique manager, giving us some assistance here. Do you have a Grand? You don't have a Grand.
I don't own a Grand
That's
Seiko.
so
No.
surprising to me.
Not yet. I
we
know. Oh, super nice, super light. Oh, it's beautiful.
So that's titanium,
That's
41
titanium.
millimeters.
Yeah.
9R65 moving on the inside.
And you know your stuff, dude. That's crazy. It's beautiful. I like it. Yes, I will take this, please.
Okay.
can
So first
wrap
choice.
it up, sir.
First choice. Okay. So I don't have to always follow your lead. I might want to come back to Grand Seiko later.
Oh, okay.
I want to see what else you're collecting.
Okay.
I am going in. It's very blind, and I want to see what Marc is picking out, so I can.
What I curate.
Yes, what you curate.
See, I curate for me.
Okay.
I'm not curating for what's best.
So I'm trying to think about diversity in collection too.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
You picked out traditional, classic.
Would you consider that like a dress, the Seiko?
I mean, you
or-
have 100 meters of water resistance.
Okay.
That's the thing with their watches.
Yeah.
They're so versatile. They're kind of this everyday
Goes all
category.
ways, yeah.
You could definitely dress that up. You can dress it down.
Okay.
But one area that I know I want to tackle
Yeah.
is more the sports-oriented watch, probably in a dive watch category. And I think Omega gives me the most options here to do that.
Sure.
There's actually a few watches in here that I haven't seen in the case yet. So this is actually very cool.
Oh, this is very nice. This is.
There's a couple of the summer blues. I have actually not seen that yet
Oh, that's really
in
cool.
person. This is the first time I've seen this in person right now.
That's pretty cool with the loom.
So I am a bit of a contrarian and also what I like sometimes, but also I've just been drawn to this style and case a lot.
Okay.
The Seamaster 300 versus the Diver 300. Just for me, it speaks more to the heritage.
A little more
it wears
vintagey,
it wears
for
a
sure.
little bit smaller for
Yeah.
me. I'm going to go with the summer blue Seamaster 300. They're pretty sharp. Some people that don't like this collection as much, they talk about the faux loom. They don't like it. I like it, but some people
Okay.
don't. This one doesn't have that. So it's one of the rare instances where you're getting more traditional, that blue.
Yeah.
Super Luminova.
Blue, my favorite color by far.
We can tell.
Yeah.
By the shirt.
Could you tell? This is really nice. It's a wise choice, young man.
All right, thank you very much.
I dig it.
All right, so that's my first choice. So we have your Grand Seiko pick. And again, you can go back to Grand Seiko if you'd
Well,
like.
no, I'm actually staying here.
Okay.
Since you're here already,
Okay.
I might as well. I eyeballed
something
this.
something catch your
Oh yeah, it actually caught my eye when they released this whole series of watches back in what was it, like 6 months ago, when the Omega released like 6 or 7 new watches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they do it very quietly. Like they
Yeah.
just kind of let things slip
And
out.
all of a sudden,
here and there.
all these things dropped,
Mm-hmm.
and I was caught by their world timer.
Interesting.
And
okay.
yeah,
We have some choices.
yeah, I know. I don't. Well, it's gonna be blue. I'm sorry. I
So
just
this
don't know
is
if
the
it's
more
gonna-
classic traditional one on the strap. This is
Okay.
actually the summer blue collection. That
Alright,
came
so
from the
that's-
same line as what we were talking about. So that was last summer that came out.
So I will be the yin to your yang, and I will go for the
Ooh.
summer blue world timer.
That's nice.
So I wanted something that's a little more functional, travel, kind of this and that. So this would be a good travel watch.
And as you know, under $10,000 to have world time functionality, it's not that, you don't see it all the time,
You don't
right?
see it, and you don't see it executed well. Oh, wow, that's really nice.
The center dial, what they do is it's laser ablated, so they take this titanium plate,
Okay.
and they'll just shoot it with lasers
So
to
you're talking
create
about
that textured surface.
where
yes.
the globe is.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, wow.
So it creates all those ridges and
Yeah, that's really
recreation
nice.
of the
Check
Earth.
out that detail is stunning.
a little bit larger, but you're clearly not afraid of a larger case.
Dude, what's this, 45 or
Yeah, it's
something?
44,
I'm like a
45 in that
6.5 inch wrist. It doesn't, yeah, it's a big thing with me. It's wear what you like, not what,
I totally
not what
agree.
society tells
and
you to
I
wear.
would not have collected the watches that I have collected if I didn't just expose myself to
Right.
different cases.
You have
I'm like,
to.
wow, 42, 43 actually works. I mean,
It
I could do
doesn't,
this.
it doesn't always not work, especially
Yeah.
with this being titanium. It just wears differently, so yes.
Easy choice. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Quick. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Oh, you're staying here,
No,
aren't you?
no,
Oh,
no. I have to diversify a little bit. Okay, let's see. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I have diver. I know I want to do a chronograph,
Yeah, if you have to.
so I think your two best options here for that probably are going to give you, you have Omega,
Right.
but I didn't
Your
want to be
Speedmaster.
redundant.
Okay, let's.
So I think I have to do Breitling. And Breitling, obviously a pioneer with chronograph design.
Absolutely.
Many patents with chronograph design. In one of these shopping episodes, I've yet to pick out a Navitimer. I think today might be the day.
Okay.
So the Navitimer for me, I always was a little, again, cautious about what size was best for me.
Right.
And what I wanted to do.
For sure.
So you have 43, 41. You also have the 46, but 46 is just a little too large for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I actually am pretty attracted to these front two here. I'm going to do this green dial
Oh,
version of the Navitimer.
Very
Pull that
nice.
out. This is B01 movement, 41 millimeter case. Wears great on a smaller wrist, but still is able to keep all the elements that is the Navitimer DNA. I mean, it's just an icon.
picks up the light really nice.
And they do the colored green like so well. Like I'm just looking
Yeah,
at some
the
of
deep
greens in
green
here.
and then the
pistachio over here, like the Chronomats with their
Yeah.
greens. Like it's all just really sharp. This is more of a sunburst, subtle, light green. Like that.
Really?
Yeah, please, please.
Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Whoa, that's nice.
All right, so 2 and 2. Okay. Mark, I give you the floor once again.
I'm gonna turn around.
Okay. All right, you're going Glasshüte.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking in here? What was catching your eye? I saw you were spending a little bit of time over here.
Yeah,
taking in
it's
the
a brand
data
I
here.
don't always engage with,
Yeah.
and very nice, but just to me, I don't know, just
CQ, there's a lot of dive watches, right?
yeah, and it just doesn't. For a brand as elegant,
Mm-hmm.
that just doesn't speak to me as elegance. So
Mm-hmm.
I wanted something more in-depth mechanically. The silver dial.
Okay, so that's the Pano Reserve.
Yes.
So we'll pull that one out. John, if you
Yeah.
can assist us here.
I like the offset 12-hour time and just leaving the dial room to do other stuff.
Beautiful balance on these
Yeah.
dials, despite the amount of information that's
Even
being
though it's
displayed.
not symmetric, it just works really well.
But it's just the weight of the
Wow.
dial. I mean, how kind of look at the opposing idea what's going on the right side with
Yeah.
the big date, balances
Yeah.
out with the 12 hours,
power
sub-seconds.
reserve.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great.
And then the best part.
The best part really are the movements for this
Holy
brand. I mean, this
smokes.
is where it's crazy to say a watch for in that $11,000 range is good value, but
Wow.
I mean, you're getting a watch that is 95% of it's produced in Glasshüte.
Yeah.
You're getting a movement that's going to be hand assembled,
Totally
and
hand
finished.
assembled, yeah.
And this is not
Beautiful
typically
work.
seen. I mean, usually you're going to see industrialized products for that price. This is not the case.
That would be my choice.
All right.
That's really
Nicely
nice.
done.
Thank you. It's nice not having to worry about price.
Yeah, you reminded me too that I need a dress watch.
Yeah.
I need a dress watch. I think now is my time to go back to Grand Seiko.
Okay.
I think now is my time.
It's no worries there. Lots of good choices.
I know.
Choose wisely.
You're putting some pressure on me, Mark.
Yeah. I love the cream dial GMT.
That was on my list. I was thinking
That's a
about
nice
it.
one. That's a really classic.
I'm between two different options: the Omi Watari or that. But I kind of like your judgment here. I might
I
follow
wasn't
your lead.
picking it, so it's.
I might.
I do like it. You're
I'll
not
go-
throwing me.
Okay, all right.
You already threw me with the Breitling, so don't worry about it.
All right. SBGM 221. Let's do that. This is, I think, maybe one of the best points of value for Grand Seiko.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
It's $4,600. You get an in-house made GMT movement. I mean, it's phenomenal watch.
Yeah.
Like that ivory dial with the
Yeah.
faceting. It just complements the faceting of all the markers, the hands.
Love it.
30 meters of water resistance. That's probably the only thing. So it is more of a dress-oriented watch.
Right.
So I might be checking off 2 boxes here. I get the GMT, which I don't have a complication yet.
Right.
I think get a dress watch out of all of it. I could wear that with a suit.
You
Easily.
absolutely. And that would
Here we go. That's a fan favorite. So is that 3 now? It's 3 each?
That's 3 each, yeah.
All right, so we have 2 more choices to go.
Okay, so I've got the
Snowflake SBJ 211.
the Grand Seiko. I've got the
World
World Timer,
Timer,
and
Aquaterra.
I've got the
Pano Reserve.
Pano Reserve. So I need a diver.
Okay.
So I'm gonna flip around.
All right, nice. So you're obviously doing Super Ocean. What are you
Well-
thinking though? Are you thinking heritage? I mean, you even have a chronograph in the heritage
Right.
collection, or you can go more contemporary. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking I might save the chrono for my last choice.
Okay, you can get 2 for 1 though here.
I know I could.
2
I
for
know
1.
I could. Well, so Breitling is a brand I'm generally not drawn to because I'm a child, well, 70s, but in the 80s, really big, bulky, the Bentleys they came out with. I've
Sure.
never, but then as you showed before, 41s, nice sizes, more sized right for in my opinion today. But I'm gonna forego the larger. I like the simplicity of just the straight automatic. I dig the white dial. White and blue is really nice, rather than the blue and white. And this being my company colors, white and blue, I would take this Super Ocean right here on the bottom left.
All right, 42 millimeter Super Ocean.
I like the square indices, just plays nice. The mated hand is super cool. It just works well.
The AR coating on that is actually incredible.
You actually
I can,
looks like there's almost no.
no crystal. I'm
Yeah, it
looking at it
goes
from
right
the side
through it.
angle. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
It is
Now
really
this one does use an ETA base caliber compared to some of these use a Tudor movement, which is pretty interesting.
Okay.
So you're getting a little bit of a different power reserve on these, but they're using top grade movements across the board and still thin. I mean, look at
300 meters and
yeah, I mean,
it's still really
in
thin.
that 12 millimeter range for
Yeah,
thickness. If not,
that's
under
pretty
that, yeah.
impressive. It's really impressive. Perfect for diving, which nobody dives with dive watches, right? But it looks really nice. Perfect. Oh, look at that. You know what? It's actually almost the bracelet is actually cut on a bias.
Yes, exactly.
Why? I wonder
And
why.
that slanted bracelet.
I wonder why they do that.
They do that in their Avengers line. They do that in this line as well.
It's interesting. I guess it adds just a different element to it. Never seen that before. That's pretty cool. I will.
All right,
Thank
Super
you.
Ocean.
Oh, I got to think about my last one while you
Yeah.
shop now.
I have a chronograph.
Yeah, I don't.
I have a, you have to figure that one out. You might be going back to Omega or
Yeah,
Breitling again.
yeah, I
We'll
think
figure
we're
it out.
Omega.
Grand Seiko. I don't, we don't know if we have the tenograph in right now. So I haven't given any love to Geo. I'm just going to take a look. I'm going to take a look here. So Mark, this is what I'm thinking now.
Shoot.
I want to go for a complication that is unlike what I have so far. So I
Okay.
have the GMT.
Yep.
I have a chronograph.
Mm-hmm.
How can I diversify? You've already looked at the Pano collection. So
Yep.
I think I want to go Senator.
Okay.
This is another just pillar within Glasshüte Original's collection. So this is their Senator Perpetual. This is a brand new model they have.
Okay.
Has this gray blasted dial,
Really?
ridiculous power reserve, perpetual calendar, incredible value for a perpetual too. I mean, you're in the $22,000 range for this
Okay.
stainless steel.
Got it.
I mean, recently what's been happening with like JLC with all their perpetuals, like those used to be very at the center, but those are now closer to like $28,000 now. So to get this level of watchmaking, perpetual, high complication,
Got it.
this is, I think, a really compelling
So what do you have?
proposition.
So that's your leap year indicator at the top.
Yeah, leap year indication.
Oh,
at the
so
top.
it's a aha.
Day of the
Got
week,
it. So not just
month.
annual calendar. It's
Full perpetual.
That's
and
awesome.
then date, moon phase, you got it all.
As an engineer, I approve.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's pull this out. I want to take a look at the movement. as
That's
well.
amazing.
Automatic too, which is interesting.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful. To think there's one gear in there that just turns once every 4 years is just, it's amazing.
All right. So I'm spending a little more money here, Mark.
That's okay, but there's no budget, so.
That's right.
And no judgments.
That's right. No judgments.
That's okay.
Here we go. So that's my 4th pick.
Look what I'm wearing. I gotta go bargain.
Yeah. All right. So now this is the last pick.
Yeah,
Mark.
so-
you could go back to the main area.
Yeah.
We also have a space that this is dedicated for a lot of watches we sell online.
Okay.
Variety of brands. So if
Got
somebody's
it.
coming in here, they want to book an appointment. This is where we can
You bring 'em in
showcase-
here.
Yeah, bring them here. So this is it's kind of a wild card
I
section.
spied some chronographs in there, and I also spied some chronographs from Omega.
You say Omega, I say Omega.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's crazy too because the CEO of Omega says Omega,
Oh.
and I always say Omega. So there's a lot of conversation about.
Well,
how
in
you have to say
engineering school was Omega as the letter.
it. Yeah, sure.
But
yeah, yes.
Omega is how I've been indoctrinated into it.
Yeah,
but-
the bond will
So
do it.
speaking of pronunciations, there is a simple
Yes.
word that we use in English,
I know
and
where you're
everyone
going.
says Zenith, but it's actually pronounced Zenith.
So you're thinking Zenith. So you have a couple different models in there. Actually, you have 3 different models in there. You have non-traditional Chronomaster line with the Pilot collection that was unveiled last year.
Okay.
It's a flyback, by the way.
Okay.
Then you have the Chronomaster Sports, and then the Chronomaster Original. So
flyback is start, and then stop reset is instantaneous,
exactly.
right?
So,
now, is it a mono pusher or it's a double pusher?
It's a dual pusher chronograph flyback for the Pilot, and then both of those use the same movements. Obviously, you're just getting a different case style.
Right.
So one's gonna be 41. These are the A386, which I'm actually wearing this watch, but I didn't even do a wrist check. I asked Marc what his wrist check was.
Oh my God, and how rude of me.
No,
No,
I
it
asked
is.
the question.
I
asked the question.
apologize.
But I'm wearing actually Chronomaster Original A386.
Actually, that's one I do like that watch. It's one I've always eyed. When I was in Switzerland, I looked at it in a display case.
And those also track 1/10 of a second too, which is pretty cool.
So it's a 36,000. So yeah, and I don't have a high beat, so I will need one, especially for the heritage of the movement.
What are you drawn to? You like the original more? Or
Yeah,
you like
I don't know. I think I did the white Breitling, but I still like the white dial, so I'm gonna go with the
Chronomaster
center
Sport?
guy. Yeah, it's
Okay.
a nice watch.
I'll pull
It's
it
a
out.
Nice watch.
This came out in 2021, I believe. 3600 move on the inside. So you get an extension off of what was originally a power reserve of the El Primero, extended out an additional 10 hours. You set it 5 hertz, and then
Look at that.
1/10 of a second.
Look at how loose that is. Oh my goodness. So freewheeling. And I love the history of the movement. Rolex used to use it.
Yep, over a decade they used it.
Yeah.
And this, of course, borrows a lot of design from Rolex, but if there's one
that's
brand
okay.
that can do that.
That's okay.
It's Zenith.
They've got the years, they got the history, and I mean, if Rolex uses your movement, you can borrow some. You can borrow cues from them too.
And it's incredible value, I think, for this watch.
This ceramic?
Ceramic, you got it.
Yeah. And this is how much?
It's right around 11,512. It's in that range, depending on strap and bracelet option. You're in that range.
Cool. Love it. Take it.
All right.
Okay.
Finishing up.
I'm done.
You're done.
See you later.
You're not allowed to leave yet. So I get to pick now.
Oh, you staying here?
Perhaps. So what can... So I have high complication.
Yeah, I say review what you got.
Yeah, high complication.
Yep.
I have
GMT.
GMT dress watch, dive watch, chronograph.
Yep.
This is where you have fun.
Yeah. Now this is like your
it's
go
co-
anywhere, do anything, or something
Color,
like that. Yeah.
Playful, that's what I'm thinking. I'm actually drawn to a brand in here
Okay.
that's standing out the most because I think it's going to complement the rest of my collection. I am
Sure.
drawn to this Nomos,
Yep.
but we've already given some love to their neighbors, Glasshüte.
No worries.
How about I get fun dial, but I also get different case material? I think I'm going to go bronze.
Okay.
This is my favorite collection
Little
within
Oris,
Oris.
huh?
So big crown pointer date. This goes back to 1938 with their design style. Bronze case, green dial.
I owned a big crown pointer date from
Did you?
the 90s. Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
And there's not many brands that do this complication,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In general, and if you see it, it's usually multiples of the
Right.
price. They've had it in their model family. I also like the bronze case with like the golden cathedral hands.
Yep.
It's sharp.
Really nice.
This is their 80th anniversary edition, which is probably one of my favorite Oris models. I mean, I love the big crown pointer date. That's my personal favorite line from the brand.
Got it.
It's just so different. So
And
I think this is gonna round me out.
And it'll age nice.
Yeah, I'll take this one in the water. I mean, it's 50 meters of water resistance. It's a screw down crown though, so
Right.
I think it'll be okay.
You'll be
People
fine.
freak out about that.
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
You'll be
people
fine.
are so over the top on
Even
that.
30 meters, you'll be fine. Just don't
You
pop
heard it
the
here
crown.
first. You heard it here first. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna close out my collection. Here we go, John. Thank you very much. So this is what we're gonna do, Marc.
Okay, go ahead.
We are going to get all these watches out in front of us.
Great.
And then we're gonna run the totals just to see how much we spent.
Sure.
And then we'll let them decide who wins.
Oh, perfect.
We'll see. We'll let them decide. All right, Marc. So we have our collections in front of us. I think we should recap. Would you like me to do the recapping, or you want to recap yours?
You know what? You know more about the watches than I do. So
Okay.
how about you recap, and I will add my 2 cents as I see fit.
Happy to do it. So we have in front of me Breitling Super Ocean.
Dig it.
We have Aquaterra. That is the Summer Blue World Timer.
Love the feature.
We have Chronomaster Sport White Dial.
History.
Then we have the Pano Reserve.
Beautiful.
Glasshüte Original, and then the SPGA 211 from Grand Seiko.
Lifelong dream.
So your total came out to $43,400. So went a little spending crazy today, Marc.
I will get my card out shortly, sir.
All right, that's good. We have the money lined up. Now we'll shift over to mine. So I have a Breitling Navitimer 41mm green dial. I have a Senator Perpetual. This was my big chunk of
That
change.
was your splurge purchase.
I spent $22,000 on just this watch. But then I saved some money here with my Oris, so this is right over $2,000. I'm in that range.
Average them together, you're at 11 grand.
That's right. And then we have my Omega Seamaster 300, summer blue dial, and then the SBGM 221 from Grand Seiko, my GMT. I told it out a little bit more than you, so I was at $46,750. So I spent some more money than Mark. But now the question is, who did a better job with the money?
Exactly. I feel like we both actually picked a variety of things. You know, we kind of try to hit on every genre that we could.
Yeah, you had. I mean, hit all the complications too.
Yeah.
I think it was really good spread. I mean, you have everything.
Chrono, GMT, a diver. You know.
A lot of white silver dials though.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to cost.
And then some blues. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm
know.
curating for me.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, you're the white and blue.
I am white and blue.
Blue is my favorite dial color probably as well. So leave comments down below. Tell me who won. Tell us who won.
Exactly.
And
all fair.
Love to see it. But Mark, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for the test
Pleasure.
too. I mean, I put you on the spot here, do some shopping, but I could not let you leave town before doing this.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
is an absolutely mandatory thing coming out here.
This was perfect.
All right, well, thank you so much, Mark.
Thanks, man. Be good.